Today, FAMU, as it has affectionately become known, is the premier school among the country's historical black colleges and universities, prominently located on the highest hill in Florida's capital of Tallahassee, Florida. Florida A&M remains the only historical black university in the 12-member state university system of Florida, and it might be 13 because they're building schools every day. The FAMU National Alumni Association is a group of dedicated Rattlers uniting to celebrate our alma mater. This nonprofit organization is a great way to reconnect with other alumni and on national and local chapter levels. We work to provide much needed scholarship assistance, and you see we have some scholarship envelopes on the table because we know college tuition is constantly rising every day. So we're gonna need help with that to help our students out. Over the past 16 years, with your help, the Sarasota-Manatee chapter has awarded more than $50,000 in scholarships to well-deserving students in Sarasota and the Sarasota-Manatee communities. And those students have decided to attend Florida A&M as well. Today, we are having our community and sponsorship breakfast, and we want to acknowledge community sponsors, churches, high school advisors, FAMU Rattlers in the community that have achieved great achievements throughout their career, and we just want to honor them. We also want to honor other historical black colleges and universities. I'm going to keep saying that tonight because we have some Florida Memorial people in the house. We have all kinds of I had to give them a shout out. Those was my people and my church family. But this is a celebration, and we just thank you for being here. I am Keenan Wooten, and I'm going to serve as your master of ceremony this evening, and we're going to have a great time. Right now, I know we're hungry, so we're going to get to our welcoming and prayer, and I'm going to ask Mr. Larry Bowens to come up and give me a blessing of the food, and then we'll go to serving breakfast. We're going to start with tables, and then we'll continue our program.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Just bow our heads, please. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you right now, Lord, to say thank you, Lord, for this beautiful day. We thank you for this wonderful opportunity you've given us, Lord, to serve. And we thank you for all of those that are here. We thank you for those that are on their way. And Father, we just ask that you continue to bless this event and others to come so that we may reach back and help those, the least of those. So we thank you once again, dear Lord, for this wonderful opportunity. We thank you for our wonderful Florida A&M University. And Lord, we just ask that you continue to help us, to strengthen us so that we may continue to support the university so that it will continue to do the great things that's in store for us. These things we ask this day in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
All right. So we're going to go into our Rattler roll call here, and I've been charged to take over this task. And I will say a year or a era which you attended Florida A&M University, and I would ask that you please stand. So, for example, if I say, okay, Rattlers from the 2000 era, then I would stand. I graduated in 2005. Okay, if I say the Rattlers from the 40s, you please stand, and we'll start from that. And I know Brother Steve Lewis is not here, so I'm not gonna go way back. So we'll start. If you are a Rattler and you attended Florida A&M in the 70s, won't you please stand? I might have to go back further. 70s, please stand. 60s, please stand. Brother Steve Lewis is not here, so I'm gonna say 50s, but any other 50s? 50s. I'm I'm sorry. 50s, 60s, and 70s. Okay, I had to get right here. 80s. Any 80s? Rattlers in the 80s. Okay. Rattlers in the 90s. Please stand. And that was some golden years. Those are golden years. College of the Year years. That was a great time, by the way. I was a little boy, but I would go to games. Okay, 2000s, please stand. And that is me. All right, thank you. All right. And as you look at your program, we want to honor our community and business sponsors that give to our Orange and Green Gala every year, and which provides scholarships for students who elect to attend Florida A&M University. And that's the whole purpose of our event today. Today is to pat our sponsors on the back and just tell them job well done and thank you. And then we want you to give again for next year. I think that's if I can say that's the end goal, that's our goal in mind. Without further ado, I want to just kind of introduce our speaker and kind of give a little background of him as he prepares himself to come up and speak a little bit about Florida A&M University. Brother Kenneth Tillis, if you look in your program, Kenneth Tillis is currently serves as the Assistant Director of Enrollment Management for Florida A&M University. He has been involved in higher education admissions since 1988 and truly enjoys helping students and families navigate the college admission process. Kenneth started his career at Tuskegee University in Alabama and also worked for several years at FSU before joining the admin team at Florida A&M in 2009. He is an Alabama native, but Ken and his wife, Yvette, who is also with Famu, have called Tallahassee home since 1995. They have a 17-year-old twins, James and Christian, who attend Famu Development Research School. And by the way, that school just won the girls basketball championship, so that was very big achievement for them. Ken is a very active member of the community, having served or collaborated with organizations such as the YMCA, 50 Large, Leon School District, Advisory Council, and Alpha Phi Omega National Service Fraternity. He has recently named to the Parent Advisory Board of Solution Skills Incorporated. He started the Iron Men's Initiative, a mentoring program for males, in 2007, and the program currently involves over 100 local youth who are being mentored by positive, influential males through local organizations. Ken has been a dedicated member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. And I'm going to say that again because that's my fraternity. Ken has been a dedicated member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated since 1985 and also serves as an ordained elder and founder and senior pastor at Trinity Revival Church located in Tallahassee, Florida. Please help me in welcoming Brother Kenneth B. Tillis.
Not to the swift the race, nor to the strong the fight, not to the righteous perfect grace, nor to the wise the light, but to often faltering feet, comes achievement of the goal. And to those who press on through the night comes sunrise for the soul. Good morning.
Good morning.
I bring you greetings from the highest of 7 hills in the capital city of Tallahassee, Florida. I am Kenneth B. Tellis, Assistant Director of Enrollment Management at the Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. We were founded October 3rd, 1887, and we have a 128, about to be 129-year history of ameliorating and improving the lives of people around the great state of Florida to change the nation and impact the world. I'm delighted to be here. I thank Brother Wooten and the Sarasota-Manatee Alumni Chapter of the National Alumni Association for having this event to recognize and share accolades with those who have partnered and collaborated to help keep this community mission moving in the right direction, because we are one community with one vision, which is achievement and moving things forward to make a better Florida, a better nation. And we're so proud to be here this morning. Florida A&M has so much to offer the young people here in Manatee County and Sarasota County. We are a public, traditional, coeducational, liberal arts-based, but research-oriented university. We're known for pharmacy, nursing, business, engineering, the sciences, including the natural sciences of biology, chemistry, physics, offering physics all the way up to the PhD. We had 4 young ladies last year earn their doctorate in physics. Those 4 were 4 of only 26 young African-American women in the nation to earn a PhD in physics in 2015. We're proud of that. We have great programs in the social science areas, in psychology, in philosophy, religion. We also have our own law school. Many of you know, sitting just off of I-4 in Orlando, Florida. I was by there yesterday. Great things going on in our law school. We're a 10-year-old law school, but yet we have the 2nd highest pass rate on the state bar in Florida. That's amazing to me. We boast one of the youngest faculty of any law school in the state of Florida, which means that our curriculum is relevant, our offerings are relevant, specializing in all areas of law, including civil law, criminal law, even entertainment law, corporate law. We have so many great things going in our professional programs, doctoral programs in pharmacy, doctoral programs in education, doctoral programs in all of our engineering areas, where we specialize in electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, environmental engineering, industrial engineering, and the highest paying major offered in America today, which is chemical engineering. Chemical engineering, for students earning a bachelor's degree in America right now, boasts a starting salary somewhere around $83,000 a year. Coming out of college with a bachelor's degree, well, you may be wondering, what do they do to earn $83,000 a year? Well, they work with something called the periodic table, which many of you remember from high school. It wasn't a lot of fun, but some folks get a kick out of it. The periodic table in chemical engineering is the manipulation of elements to bring about a desired compound. FAMU is leading the way in the areas of chemical engineering, also biomedical engineering. We're specializing in genetic mapping and the Human Genome Project. That's faculty-led research. We're proud of that, but let me tell you what we're also proud of. We have student-led research in biomedical engineering, where students are focusing on pediatric orthopedics or pediatric prosthetics, where they're helping young people all over the world in third world developing nations have limbs, where they've lost limbs in war-torn countries. And that wasn't something that the faculty thought of. That was our student body. So they're socially minded, not only research-oriented and not only going out there to compete in areas of research and business and in health, but they understand that they're here to make a difference and to impact the community, which brings us back to our talk this morning. We want not only to find the best and brightest here in Manatee County, in Sarasota counties, but we want to partner with you to help develop the best and the brightest. I was speaking with Brother Wooten this morning. We spoke on a few things. The first thing he did, he apologized to me because the program was running a little behind, and I started thinking about all the things I need to do back in Tallahassee this evening. I've got a sermon to finish writing. My wife and I are expecting company, and I want to stop by Preview on campus today. I started thinking I really need to get on the road, but Then I saw the bacon back there, and I told Brother Wooten, I said, I'm here for as long as you need me. Let's not be too hasty. But we did talk about some of the things going on here in the district. I'm so glad that we have folks like Brother Wooten and Brother Griffin leading the FAMU alumni here. There are magnet schools here, including Lee Middle School, which is a magnet school. We see their international baccalaureate programs here in the district. There is at least one ACE program here in the district. Folks, that's what it takes. Working together to make sure that your schools are offering students every opportunity to become the best and the brightest, whether it's in math, in science, or whether it's in the health field, or whether it's instilling and establishing within them an entrepreneurial spirit, because that's where the economy is headed. We need them to be able to take advantage of all of the jobs that are going to be there in 2020 and beyond. We need them to be the doctors, the engineers, the research scientists, the healthcare providers. We have one of the strongest nursing programs anywhere, number 22 in the nation. I would argue all day long the top in the state, because we're one of the few nursing programs that still rotates students the old-fashioned way through the entire hospital, from OBGYN to neonatal, pediatric, ambulatory care, which is the ER, surgical care, which is the OR, geriatrics, gerontology, psychiatric nursing. When they get their nursing pin from Florida A&M on the morning of commencement, they are set to not only work in the hospital, but to run the hospital. When folks see a FAMU nurse walking down the hallway, they realize they've got two choices. They can either work with that young lady or get out of the way, because they know what they're doing. We have a strong nursing program. Our education program is putting out some of the very best teachers and educational leaders anywhere, going all the way up to the PhD in educational leadership. By the way, if you're looking for a great weekend PhD program, I'm recruiting for the PhD program even as I speak today. We have great opportunities to promote folks to the next level in education. Our agriculture program, so strong in such a vital part of Florida's economy, because we prepare folks to be part of the food production system. We haven't graduated, I would say, probably any more than 3 farmers in the past 10 years. That's not what agriculture is about nowadays. What we're doing is making them leaders and administrators and managers in the food provision industry, going into federal agencies like the Food and Drug Administration, or going on Wall Street to work as commodities brokers or consultants. Those bankers that are on Wall Street don't know anything about agriculture. They don't know about pork bellies and corn futures, but they know where to find them at Florida A&M. To find those agribusiness leaders, those folks who understand what it takes to get things from the field to the table, to get things from the pasture to the marketplace. We're putting out a good product at Florida A&M University to build Florida's economy, to fit right into Florida's strategic work plan. And we're glad that you see a need to play a part in that. Keep working hard to get our young people ready from Sarasota County, from Manatee County. We've got scholarships that we can offer, and I know the Alumni Chapter has a scholarship, but we have the Presidential Scholarship for those students who have at least a 23 on the ACT, the American College Test. We can give them a partial scholarship. But our very best scholarship, started by Dr. Frederick Humphreys some 20-odd years ago, is the Distinguished Scholar Award and the Life Gets Better Scholarship. If you got a student with a 27 on the ACT and a 3.5 GPA, that's just a little higher, a little north of a B average, a B plus average, we can give them a full ride to Florida A&M University. We'll pay their tuition for all 4 years. We'll pay the dorm for all 4 years. We'll pay their meal plan for all 4 years. We want to invest in Manatee County and in Sarasota County. We want your best and your brightest, so we've partnered together to develop, to come to Florida A&M, get an education. We have on our shield, we have a head, a hand, a heart, and the field. And we want to put something in their mind to free them. We want to put something in their heart to encourage them. We want to put something in their hand, a degree, to empower them so they can come back down here and bust this place wide open, taking it to the next level in the field. We really feel strongly about what we do, and we're really, really proud to be here. So thank you for this opportunity to talk about Florida A&M University. Please work with the alumni here if you have any students who you see FAMU as a great opportunity for, and continue to tell them about Florida A&M, an integral part of the landscape of Florida, taking folks from where they are to where they deserve and desire to be. I really appreciate this opportunity. Thank you, Brother Wooten. Thank each and every one of you. Have a great day.
All right. Brother Tillis, don't leave just yet. All right, just want to give him a round of applause, please. Florida A&M is doing great things in the community, and we want our community members to know that. And we just want to thank you for coming out and speaking. And like a fraternity brother always tell me, in this area, we will plaque you up. Meaning, we will give you a plaque. I'm not going to read it, but I just want to thank you for being our keynote speaker for our Community and Sponsorship Awards Breakfast. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Moving right along, we're going to go into our awards presentation. And like I said earlier, this is a way for our chapter to pat our community sponsors on the back and recognize community leaders that have attended Florida A&M University. We have several awards. Some of our awards recipients could not make it today. So we will just acknowledge them, but we will recognize our award recipients that have come out today. And I'm going to start it out with our Good Things Come in Small Packages Award. This is an award for an individual or business that has contributed a business card size ad in 2005, which is a sponsorship that is the backbone of our Orange and Green Gala. Some businesses, you go to them and I can't do much, I can't do this, but that business that gives that $25 business card ad, those add up. And I had a fraternity brother that would make a living off getting those $25 ads, but that adds up to a book. That adds up to a biology book or something to help our students. It brings me great pleasure to announce our Good Things Come in Small Packages award winner, Red Elephant Designs. Danielle, please come up. And by the way, she's a Florida State graduate, but we have adopted her as a FAMU Rattler. She was right across the street from us, but it's all good. Thank you.
I want to thank the Sarasota-Manatee Alumni, FAMU Alumni Association for this award. I've grown up going to FAMU games, classics, homecoming. My mom is a very proud Rattler. I have aunts, uncles, the whole nine. And it just brings so many great fond memories to me. This is an easy school to support. Even when I was in Tallahassee at the other school, we always went over to FAMU and just had a great time. So I want to thank everyone for this award. It really means the world. Thank you.
And I used to be at Tallahassee at Florida State every Wednesday. And then y'all used to come to us every Friday. But it was all fun, it was all love, and I just thank you for your sponsorship, and we'll be looking for that again this year. All right. Oh, wow, okay, I'm on you to it. All right. This award here is near and dear to my heart because I was a college and career advisor at Southeast High School for about 5.5 to 6 years. And what I would do, I would send tons of kids to FAMU, and I would help kids get to that next level because we know that our guidance counselors are bogged down with testing and different things they have to do every day, and it's just very difficult for them to get to our kids. But that's where I came in, and that's where two college and career advisors that we are awarding today, that's where they come in at their respected schools. I must say it was a fun job, a dynamic job. I had the best time of my life. I see students all over town, and even students at Florida A&M University. We have the pleasure of awarding a college and career advisor from Sarasota County and Manatee County. We recognize them every year because a lot of times when I call these schools to help out our kids, I can't get to a counselor, but I can get to an advisor, because they're not testing, they're not running around doing other things, and I know I can get to them, and I know I can trust them. This year's College and Career Advisor of the Year from Sarasota County hails from Venice High School, Kendall.
Well, I'm short, so I have to pull this down a little bit, but I'm so humbled, and to see this group of people and the love and the support that you have for your university, and I feel like I just haven't done my job. I haven't sent enough students to your university, and I pledge today that I am going to get a student to go to Florida A&M. Maybe not next year, but I'll try. But I'm going to do it because this is an amazing turnout today, and thank you so much for the recognition.
All right. And like I said, if we can get one, I want many, but if we can get one, that's enough for me. All right, moving right along to Manatee County, and this one is very special to me, and this is someone that I kind of modeled myself after once I got that college and career advisor job at Southeastern. I wanted my program to be just like hers because she's just on it. I actually modeled my career fair after hers, and a lot of other things I modeled after hers, and it was just awesome to see the high level of students going to college from Manatee High School. So without further ado, our College and Career Advisor of the Year from Manatee County is Linda Norris, and she hails from the Manatee High School.
Well, thank you so much. This is such an honor. And I have to say, when we bring college representatives to Manatee High School to meet with students, and they recruit and they're talking about how terrific their schools are, this is what I wish our students could see, that it's getting into school is one thing, but the support from the community and the alumni is what's going to make them successful. So really appreciate everything you do, because the students that do go to school there need that support and that help, and that they know they can come back and be a part of a group like this to continue to grow the students from this area going to the university. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's great to see Keenan again. We miss him in our job.
All right, I'm on the middle school level now. I'm dealing with puberty and all kinds of stuff. I'm dealing with all kinds of stuff on that level. I don't even want to get into that. All right, moving right along here. As I told you, I'm not going to keep you all day. We have a Meet Me in the Middle award, and that's kind of designed for our Orange and Green Scholarship Gala, where an organization or sponsor purchases a half-page ad or a quarter-page ad. And this year's Meet Me in the Middle award is from the Sarasota NAACP branch. And I think that... Oh, right here? Yeah, give it up. Sarasota NAACP.
On behalf of our president of the Sarasota NAACP, Trevor Harvey, the executive committee, and members of the NAACP, we would like to say thank you for this award. I do want you to understand that on a personal note, FAMU has been a very important instrument in my life. My mentor, many of you may know, Dr. George L. Mims, has been my mentor ever since I can remember and up until this day. So the type of individuals that FAMU produce that comes out of that university are not just leaders. They're more than role models. They are individuals that lead long-lasting lives and produce longevity for individuals to follow. So again, on behalf of the Sarasota chapter of the NAACP, we thank you for everything that you've done in this award. And thank you, Brother Kingdom.
All right. Moving right along here. We're gonna go into one of my favorite awards, and very dear to my heart because I'm a fraternity guy. I followed my mom a lot of years with her sorority, and we want to acknowledge our fraternities and sororities in Manatee, Sarasota County. I was just talking about this with Brother Tillis. Florida A&M University, we have the biggest lines out of any school in the state of Florida. And that is a line item on your sorority or your fraternity's budget every year. I can remember when I was at FAMU, I think the AKAs had 80 girls. It was unheard of. And I'm like, wow. I mean, everybody paying, everybody's ready to be an AKA. But it was just an awesome time. So without further ado, I know it's some AKAs in the building, so we want to recognize Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated for our Sorority of the Year of 2015-16. Anyone wants to accept your award? Thank you, Dr. Grimsley.
Thank you very much. On behalf of our president, Dr. Gloria Armstrong, we gladly accept this award, and we're proud to do all we can for Florida A&M University.
All right. Moving right along. Our sponsorship members who could not make it, we would like to at least recognize them. Bright House Networks gave us a generous sponsorship, but they could not make it tonight, but we want to accept their award on their behalf. All right, moving right along to our longevity award, and this is an award for a sponsor that has constantly given to our Orange and Green Gala, even in the good and the bad times, when we might have not done so good or didn't sell enough tickets. This sponsor has always been there. Her husband is here, and he's actually our president of our chapter. And I want to recognize Angel Hill as our longevity recipient this year, because every year her ad is in our book, our Orange and Green Gala book. She's also the Orange and Green Gala chairperson. So I want to acknowledge her, and Floyd, you can accept her award on her behalf. She gives every year. Thank you. All right, is Bethlehem in the house? Anyone from Bethlehem? Oh, there's Pastor. All right, kind of missed that one. They're here. I got it. I saw. We made eye contact. He said, "You better give me my award." I came out here. Shoot. Oh, boy. But we like to have fun with it. Bethlehem, we worshiped there 2 years in a row, and it was a fabulous service. And we typically have our Rattler worship at a church in Sarasota, and then we have Rattler worship at a church in Manatee County. But this year we wanted to acknowledge Bethlehem Baptist Church as our civic partner of the year.
Good morning. Everyone at Bethlehem knows that I bleed orange and green. I'm very proud that over this last year, I think we've sent 4 kids from our church to Florida A&M, and so I'm thankful that the orange and green is now flowing through the congregation, and so we're glad to support and everything that we can do to continue to see Bethlehem and FAMU united in the cause. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. Okay, moving right along, we have about 2 more awards. We want to acknowledge Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity of the Year. I don't think any representatives slipped in here from Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. We also want to recognize our partner of the year, Tempo News. Tempo, come on down. Two-way street. It's a two-way street award. Tempo writes articles on Florida A&M all the time, and sometimes they do it for free. And but we want to thank you all for at least recognizing Florida A&M University on all levels. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning to you. Good morning. I want to thank you for this award from FAMU. Just continuing the 57-year legacy that started by the late William Fred Jackson when he started the first black newspaper in Sarasota and Manatee County in 1959. I've been carrying his legacy on for the last 26 years. And one of my longtime companions, Cynthia Howard, she's been with me for all 26 years. So I want to thank you. We're going to continue to be a part of this. We do believe in bridging the gap. That's one of the mission statements that Tempo News has, to bridge the gap between the races, educationally, economically, and politically. We still got a long way to go, but we're going to continue that fight. And I'm not a FAMU grad, but my wife is. She's unable to be here today. So I want to thank you once again for this award.
All right. And by the way, I don't think everyone knows I'm running for city council. He did mention that political side, but you best to believe I'm bringing FAMU to the forefront of the city councilmen of Bradenton and making our school known. All historical black colleges and universities, our issues and problems are there, and they must be heard. So thank you. Moving right along to our featured award of the day. Our chapter, we truly enjoy recognizing rattlers in the community, and there's some famous rattlers in the community as well. I learned of one last year at the National Convention, Brother Steve Lewis, which is a Buffalo soldier, the only Buffalo soldier left, and he's part of our chapter. And I can remember being with Steve Lewis in Houston, Texas, and people was asking for his autograph. And I'm like, man, I be around this man every day. You know, people asking for his autograph, and he's a rattler, and he's a little ill right now, but he's still with us. We have other rattlers in the community that are doing great things and that are famous, and we want to recognize them. Today, we have the pleasure of recognizing Mr. Hal Mcrae for our Champion Rattler Award. I'm going to read his bio. What we came up with, it was a lot, and we tried to condense it and make it as readable as possible. This ML All-Star was born July 10th, 1945 in Avon Park, Florida. Mcrae was 23 years old when he broke into the big leagues, July 11, 1968, with the Cincinnati Reds. Mcrae was selected by the Reds in the 6th round of the 1965 draft with the 117th overall pick. Then, in the prior 1969 offseason, while playing winter ball in Puerto Rico, Mcrae suffered a multiple leg fracture, greatly impacting his speed. In 1972, Mcrae was traded to the Royals along with Wayne Simpson in exchange for 2 other players. Mcrae developed as a consistent designated hitter in the American League. His playing career spanned 23 years, including 14 seasons with Kansas City. Selected a 3-time All-Star, he hit over .306 times for the Royals and was named Designated Hitter of the Year 3 times, both by the Sporting News and Associated Press. Following his retirement as a player, Mcrae managed the Royals 1991 to 1994 and Tampa Bay Devil Rays 2001 to 2002. He also served as a hitting coach for the Cincinnati Reds, Philadelphia Phillies, St. Louis Cardinals. Mcrae, who won a World Series ring playing for Kansas City against the Cardinals in 1985. He won a ring as a coach for the Cardinals when they defeated the Detroit Tigers in the 2006 World Series, 4-1. He is the father of former Major League outfielder Brian Mcrae and a graduate of Florida Agriculture and Mechanical University, FAMU, located in Tallahassee. It brings me great honor and pleasure to introduce, as our Champion Rattler Award 2016, Hal Mcrae.
Well, it's an honor and pleasure to be here. I really enjoyed the program. I especially enjoyed the breakfast. It's gave me an opportunity to get out and about, and that was good because I've been sort of under the weather. But I like to thank the local Alumni chapter for the award, and this is my first year that I've attended, but I intend to attend every year from now on. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
All right. We just want to thank you for attending, Mr. Mcrae, and I look forward to working with you and seeing you in the future. And now we're going into our Sarasota-Manatee FAMU Alumni of the Year Award.
Awarded to a Florida A&M University National Alumni Association Sarasota-Manatee chapter member that has gone above and beyond the call of duty for the advancement of the chapter and the university. This award is very unique, being that our chapter members vote on this individual. It brings me great pleasure to award Mr. Keenan Wooten with the Alumni of the Year Award.
I had no. Well, yes, I did. Yes, I did. But the members voted on that award, and I just want to thank you. We work hard for what we have established here in Sarasota-Manatee County. I want to thank our president, Floyd Hill. He's going to come up and give a few remarks as we adjourn. I think we're right on time. Yep, I told you 10:30. We're going to do our 50-50 raffle as well. So as Mr. Hill comes up and gives his closing remarks, I'm gonna get all the tickets for the 50-50 raffle, and then we're gonna have our drawing.
Good morning. I just want to reiterate that the members did vote on that Alumni of the Year award, so Mr. Wooten did not just grant himself an award. I'm validating that so you guys know. First of all, I want to thank everyone for coming out and supporting the Sarasota-Manatee chapter. I always forget to do this, so I want to make sure I do it first. Will all the members of the Sarasota-Manatee chapter please stand up and be recognized? Now we do have many more members than that, but we do have other obligations that people had to attend today. So just want to let you know this group of people that were just standing up have done an amazing job of raising money, recruiting students, and supporting the university in all other areas. Mr. Wooten mentioned earlier that Florida A&M University, just the Sarasota and Manatee areas, we have a lot of distinguished alumni. Many that you wouldn't even know in all the different aspects. Personally, I'm a big sports fan, so growing up, I used to be around all the spring training games. I'm from Sarasota, so White Sox were the big team down there when I was growing up. But I used to go to all the spring training games, hang around after the games, trying to get autographs. So I knew all about Hal Mcrae growing up. It was funny because I work for Manatee County Rural Health Services, and a couple of years ago, our foundation honored both him and his wife with our foundation, and when we were putting together all the items for the event, I was like the main person that knew all the information. I was rewriting the bios and everything so that it sounded like a true baseball fan would wrote this. Somebody that understand what RBIs are, to understand that .300 is not bad. It's actually good. You know what I mean? So a lot of people think 30% or so, and that's bad. But no, that's good when it comes to baseball. So like I said, I'm a big sports fan. So it's amazing to me, even going to chapter meetings, and I'm sitting in a chapter meeting with Super Bowl champions. I go to Tallahassee and I look at the distinguished alumni rosters, and I see 3, 4, 5 names of members that are in our chapter up on those rosters. I go and I see administrators at the different State College of Florida and things like that were in our chapter. So I'm truly don't feel like I'm worthy of being the president of the chapter, because I look at all these other members and I see all the accomplishments that they have, and it's just amazing. And so I'm proud to be in that room with those people. So when I'm speaking to a student about Florida A&M University, I have all these different names I can call out just from our area and let them know that Florida A&M is a big part of Sarasota and Manatee counties, not just state of Florida or the United States of America. And even just unfortunately, we had a funeral last weekend for a Florida A&M graduate, and my whole life I've been hearing about Mr. Covington, because to me he was my mom's band director. That's all I knew. That was my mom's band director, from Florida A&M, and he didn't play, because he was trained at Florida A&M. So I just want to let you know that Florida A&M is a major part of our community, and we're going to continue to be a major part of our community. And so we just need your continued support. And this is something that we're going to expand on throughout the years. I really want to thank Mr. Wooten, because honestly, this is his idea. So it was some debate on whether it was a good idea, a bad idea, and it's turned out it's definitely a good idea, something that we can grow on in the future. I really like having this full room, It makes me really proud to be the president of this chapter. I really don't like to be up in front of people speaking, so that's why I don't like to be in the pictures or always presenting the awards and doing all of that. But I do love Florida A&M University. I'm so proud that my president, President Humphreys, offered me a scholarship to attend Florida A&M University. So I understand the value of the Distinguished Scholars Award that Dr. Tellis presented about earlier. You know, I was one of those presidential scholars, so I understand how it is to come from Sarasota, where you might not see too many of us striving to be the best. You know, and you get to that Florida A&M, and it's like a whole nother world. Now, I'm not competing against on this local level. I guess it's similar to, say, a high school athlete going to college, and everybody will say all state or all area, and then then when you get from college to the pros, it's like everybody was all American. So it's like that when it comes to Florida A&M University. Man, everybody is great when you get to Florida A&M University. Keenan mentioned earlier about the 90s. You know, I was proud to stand up for the 90s. He said that was our glory years. And I'm not necessarily saying it was our glory years, because you see all these successful rattlers from every decade, but we were recognized a lot during the 90s. 97, we were named Time Magazine College of the Year, and I was proud to be a part of that, you know. And so just want to let all you know, I'm committed to Florida A&M University. Recruiting students for the university. I know what's going on at the university, and there's great things going on in the university. So you might not see it on the TV all the time. You might not hear about it or read about it on Facebook and all that all the time. But it's great things going on at Florida A&M University. They've been going on for a long time, and they're going to continue to go on. Florida A&M University is not going anywhere. We're going to get bigger. We're going to get stronger. We're going to start winning football games. I had to throw that one in because, just like Mr. Morris, he up there every game. I will be up there every game, and we're going to start winning so that we get back to those glory days of the 90s, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, the 62. It's I'm sorry, I don't like to talk a lot, but when I talk about FAMU, I can go on forever. But it's funny too, because for Manatee County Rural Health Services, right, I always brag because Director of IT, Florida A&M University graduate. Director of Nursing, Florida A&M University graduate. Director of Pharmacy, Florida A&M University graduate. You know what I mean? 3 leadership positions within the largest federally qualified health center in the southeastern United States all went to Florida A&M. The only other thing is our CEO actually went to Bethune-Cookman. But I was joking with him the other day that I was looking through the history books, and one year we beat them 97 to nothing, and the next year we beat them 83 to nothing. So he was trying to brag about a couple football wins recently, but I had to pull that history book out on him and show him they have a long ways to go in order to catch us. But I'm not going to keep you guys for long. So I just want to thank you once again for coming out. Hope you guys continue to support us in the future, and then we'll go ahead on with the 50-50 raffle results. All right, thank you.
Good draw. All right, we got Floyd up here. He's going to draw a winning ticket, and fortunately, you don't have to be here to win.
That's what he said.
That's what the rules said. You don't have to be here to win. And my hand is not in it.
Mix it up good.
Okay. All right.
Did you buy a ticket?
Several.
Let me see. All right. Let's mix
Can't
it up
look.
good.
All right. I don't know that.
It better not be your name. All right. Who has a phone number 920?
Do the ticket.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't do this all the time, right? All right. So the winning ticket number is 764359. All right. I'm gonna read the name also. Now, the name is a little hard to read, so let me go with about a phone number.
Is that Nancy?
920-2622. I thought, but so the winner is Henry Lawrence. He was an athlete. He wasn't good at writing.
All right, so we raised about $256 on our 50-50 raffle. So I want to thank everyone. That money will go directly towards our scholarships and what we're trying to do in this area. Thank you, and good morning and good day. Thank you.